morning, I just wanted to talk a little bit about methods of chemical application. And I want to show you this is my favorite method of applying chemical, especially when it comes to roof cleaning. So my roof cleaning biocide. Now I've been using this for quite a few years, but I've just managed to make an arrangement with Pure Freedom to put this set of kit together as a bundle, so especially for chemical treatment. So I'm not on commission, anything like that. It's just a nice little arrangement that Pure Freedom have know that this is one of my favorite bits of kit, so they've sent me one nice shiny brand new to show you how it all works. Now if you're coming on my training days, you'll be able to get this at an exclusive discount rate as well. But this is their special chemical treatment pump and battery all on the trolley together, and this is one of my favorite ways to apply chemical because you've also got the controller here. Now there are lots of different ways of applying chemical depending on what you're doing. So some people, when they're applying soft wash chemical to paving, they might use their pressure washer or pressure washer attachment, like an X-Jet style chemical nozzle, which is what I usually like to do for bleach based soft wash hypo chemical applications on paving. And some people use that for roof cleaning, and the trouble is with that is you kind of spray the chemical everywhere. It's a blanket coverage. It's what's known as an open spray. It's much more difficult to be careful about the areas you're applying that chemical to, and if there's a little bit of wind, the chemical foams up and can blow away in the wind. So this kind of thing, I actually find you can be a lot more precise and careful with your chemical application. There are some systems which plug straight into a tap, and the trouble with that is it's much more difficult to control the speed of the flow, and you're a lot more dependent on the tap. So this then is one of my favorite ways. Now I'm using today DDAC biocide, which is what we apply to every roof that we clean. We always apply the biocide afterwards. Helps kill off any organic growth or spores that might be left over in the surface. So the pump is great because we can actually control the speed of the flow. And then in combination with that, I love to use a stiff bristle brush. This brush has got fan jets, so the jets are inside the brush, and just because it's in a brush, it doesn't mean that we're scrubbing it into the surface. I don't really scrub the surface and work it in that way, really. What we're aiming to do is just saturate the surface with the chemical. But because it's within a brush like this, because the jets are within the brush like this, it means that this is classed as an enclosed spray system. So it keeps more of the chemical down on the surface. You can be a lot more sort of precise and careful about where you're applying it. It's less likely to blow away in the wind as it foams up nicely as you apply it as well. So this is my preferred way of doing it. Usually we only have it set at about halfway, so it's actually quite quick. It means you can do it nice and carefully. The other great thing about this setup from Pure Freedom is this little tap on and off here. A lot of window cleaners will be familiar with a univalve, which you can sometimes have inside the pole, but DDAC is quite thick and gloopy. It can clog up in the univalve and it doesn't always work very well. So having a tap like this is a lot easier. What we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. What that means is it will reduce the runoff into the guttering. We want to avoid chemical going into the guttering, but if we get our mix right, it should foam up nice and thick and foamy, and we shouldn't get any runoff anyway. But if you're worried and you're doing this kind of thing, you can detach the guttering if you like and then wash it through afterwards, just to make sure you don't get any chemical into the drainage system. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you how it goes. I've got my PPE ready to go because I am also organic growth, so I don't want to breathe in the chemical, I don't want to get it on my skin, but the enclosed spray system will mean that risk is reduced as well anyway. But yeah, of course I want to wear my PPE, make sure I stay covered up when applying the chemical. So let's do it. so that's all gone really good. I just wanted to show you this about the brush. So the brush I was using for chemical application before just had one fan jet on either side. They sent me this one set up with 2 fan jets either side. You need to increase the flow to get the spray going through the fan jets. So I've just reduced it to 1 each side by just adjusting, switching those fittings out. So it's only going through 1 on either side. And then that's perfect. It's been spraying through nicely. So really pleased with how that's worked out. That's really good. And also this tap on being fixed on here, I was using a similar tap before, but it just wasn't fixed on my pole like this. So I used to have it like trailing along the ground behind me, and then as the hose goes up through the pole as you're working, assuming that you use the full length of the pole, the tap ends up near the bottom anyway, and then you can just switch it off. Or as you're working, you can just hold the tap in your hand as you're working. So that is slightly different for me to how I normally work. So that's taken a bit of getting used to. Quite like it, having it there so I know where it is, and then you can easily just switch it on and off without having to fumble around and find the tap, which is how I was doing it before. So that's really good as well. The only slight downside I think to that is then you have this trailing long sort of section of hose when you've got the pole retracted like this. So it's just kind of managing that as you're working. So yeah, pros and cons I suppose, just a different way of doing it. Just takes some getting used to, doesn't it, whatever you're doing. The other thing with a pump system like this, when you first set it up, you have to kind of prime the pump. So when you're working, you don't want to let the barrel run completely dry, because then the pump will suck up air and then it starts to struggle because it's got air in it, and then you need to fill it up, and then you need to increase the power to maximum and then back down to just force that air out again. So when you first get it and it's brand new, obviously it won't have any liquid of any kind in it, so it just needs priming first. When you first get it and you first fill up the barrel, you just need to make sure you kind of get that air out before you then start working. So you need to do that kind of on the ground and make sure that's primed before you then go up. If you're working on a scaffold or something like that, like I am today, we had to make sure that was done before I then go to the top of the scaffold with the brush and try pumping. You know, you've got all that air in and it's trying to get that air out, and then it's trying to push it up to the brush. You need to get all that sorted on the ground first, then get it to the level you want it, and then you can go up. Once it's primed, you can then go up the tower and then start working away. So that's good. Fantastic setup. Hope you like it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It just works, and it means you can get on with your job. It means you can work efficiently, get done what you need to do. We've done our chemical treatment today, so the roof here is looking absolutely fantastic. It's quite humid today, so working in all the PPE is quite sort of hot and sweaty. I've taken all that off straight away as I'm done. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is available as a bundle, a complete kit, on the Pure Freedom website. I'll put the link in the description for more information about that. If you come on one of my training days, you'll get exclusive discounts on this bundle and other equipment setups I've got as well. So although you pay something to come on the training day, you make all your money back with discounts. If you're looking to set up a business or set up in a new service, pressure washing, exterior cleaning, chemical treatment, whatever it is, I can give you a selection of exclusive discounts as part of the training, so you make your money back. Hands-on experience as well, so you benefit every way. So it's great to have that kind of endorsement from Pure Freedom. Really trusted, long time standing brand, been around a long time. So yeah, I love working with their products, and they just work out really great. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful. Check out my channel, there's loads more stuff like this, and I hope you find it helpful. Basically, give the video a like, a thumbs up. Really appreciate it if you subscribe. Loads more information, loads more satisfying roof cleaning content, and if you do that, then I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Take care.